Let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're uncovering something truly fascinating, a hidden biological operating system that is quietly, constantly dictating your cognitive longevity, your aging process, and your everyday health. We're going to look way beneath the surface of what you might think you know about sleep and reveal a deeply interconnected network of biological forces that shape your entire life. So let's open with a jarring paradox that honestly shatters decades of conventional wisdom. You know the drill. You work hard, miss out on rest, and tell yourself you'll just catch up on the weekend. Well, what if trying to catch up on lost sleep is actually harming your body? For years, we've been told to chase a specific number of hours, but emerging science suggests our obsession with sleep duration is actually blinding us to a much more powerful metric. The data reveals something incredibly counterintuitive. An individual sleeping a strict 6 hours on a highly regular schedule is demonstrably healthier than someone getting a full 8 hours on an erratic schedule. Think about that for a second. The person sleeping less, but doing it at the exact same time every single day is actually winning the biological game. And just to be totally clear, this isn't some small, isolated hypothesis. We're talking about massive, elite epidemiological data, tracking over 60,000 participants in the UK Biobank study using objective sleep trackers. These results have fundamentally shifted how science understands human recovery. So here is the crucial takeaway: the consistency of your sleep patterns, meaning anchoring your wake and sleep times to the exact same hour daily, is a far greater predictor of human longevity than the actual time you spend unconscious. Does how long you sleep matter? Absolutely. But when you sleep, that is what actually dictates your long-term health. Now, you might be wondering, why? To understand why your body craves predictability over duration, we really have to peel back the layers and look at the evolutionary hardware driving your cells. I mean, why would biology literally punish you for sleeping in on a Saturday? The answer lies in an ancient survival mechanism that runs constantly in the background of your life. We're talking about the circadian rhythm. And look, it's not just a simple sleep-wake cycle that makes you feel a little drowsy at night. No, it is a profound, deeply interconnected network of biological clocks governing your entire physiology. It's basically the master conductor of the symphony that is your body, operating on a strict 24-hour cycle tuned to the rotation of the Earth. The sheer depth of this system is mind-blowing. While you have a master central clock in your brain, called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, you also have trillions of peripheral clocks ticking away inside your vascular system, your gut, your liver, your immune cells. Literally every organ has its own timeline. When perfectly aligned, these clocks orchestrate the precise timing of your biological functions every single second of the day. They tell your body exactly when to release cortisol to wake you up, when to drop your core body temperature, when to optimize digestion, and when to deploy immune cells. It's pure, beautiful, chronological harmony. But this introduces a pretty terrifying scientific question. What happens to this delicate biological symphony when our modern environments clash with this ancient biology? Think about it. When you stay up late on Friday and sleep until noon on Saturday, your brain's clock shifts, but your liver and your immune system, yeah, they might not. By doing this, we trigger a condition chronobiologists actually call social jet lag, and it causes complete biological confusion. You are effectively forcing your body to travel across multiple time zones every single weekend, causing your cellular clocks to just completely fall out of sync with one another. Your organs are essentially operating in different time zones. This biological confusion triggers a silent, toxic cascade within the body. First, that erratic sleep timing alters your immune function. This biological stress then drives up systemic inflammation. And chronic inflammation is the silent engine that ultimately accelerates biological aging and degrades your tissues. The clinical data backs this up, revealing that this circadian disruption independently drives severe health consequences. While regular schedules promote a highly stable metabolism, those erratic schedules lead directly to metabolic derangements, insane cravings for junk food, weight gain, and surprisingly intense mood disorders and anxiety. Your emotional resilience is tied directly to cellular timing. As Stanford researchers have brilliantly highlighted, daily routines aren't just productivity hacks for your calendar, they act as a literal biological anchor of predictability for your neurotransmitters and central nervous system. When the external world is chaotic, a rigid wake time signals safety and stability directly to your brain. Yet believe it or not, the most alarming revelation is still coming. If social jet lag disrupts your metabolism and your immune system, how does this lack of chronological harmony actively reshape the physical structure of your brain? What is literally happening inside your skull when you constantly shift your sleep times? To answer that, we have to look at something called the glymphatic system. During highly regulated, consistent, deep sleep, the brain activates this system. It's a literal microscopic wash cycle where cerebral spinal fluid physically rushes through the brain tissue to flush out dangerous neurotoxins and metabolic waste that build up during your waking hours. When you subject your body to social jet lag and erratic sleep, you completely interrupt this vital wash cycle. Without this predictable, synchronized deep sleep, the plumbing just fails. You are silently allowing metabolic trash and neurotoxins to accumulate in the incredibly delicate tissues of your brain. And cutting-edge neurobiology shows us the horrifying physical consequences of this. Disrupted rest activity rhythms directly lead to preclinical Alzheimer's beta amyloid deposition. Furthermore, we see tract-specific white matter lesions and actual, measurable brain volume loss over time. Without predictable rhythm, the brain physically struggles to maintain its structure. This creates a crystal-clear dose-response relationship. Maintaining a high sleep regularity index keeps your risk incredibly low, but a lower sleep regularity index corresponds to a massive, undeniable spike in your long-term risk for incident dementia. The correlation here is absolutely staggering. It is not just the lack of sleep duration driving this cognitive decline, it is the day-to-day variability fundamentally breaking the brain's ability to repair itself. Your brain relies on the expectation of sleep at a specific time to initiate these highly complex cleaning protocols. When you remove the routine, you literally remove the repair. So, we return now to the profound question that opened this explainer. What is the hidden operating system truly dictating your health span? We've just seen how sleep timing influences hormones, how those alter inflammation, and how that inflammation literally reshapes the physical structure of your brain. Which brings us to a final unifying realization. We so often view health as this random checklist of isolated habits. Eat this, lift that, sleep 8 hours. But the science reveals something far more elegant. Health is the emergent result of pure chronological harmony across trillions of interconnected cells all working on a single biological clock. To reclaim your cognitive longevity, your metabolic health, and your emotional resilience, you've got to shift your focus. The new paradigm requires establishing an unshakable wake time, 7 days a week. You must aggressively practice morning bright light hygiene to set that master clock in your brain, seamlessly aligning your behaviors with your biology. Because every micro decision regarding your sleep timing creates a ripple effect. Waking up at the exact same time anchors your nervous system, shifts your immune function from survival mode into recovery, and secures the neuroplasticity of your brain for decades to come. It's not a bunch of separate pieces. It is one deeply interconnected system. The science is overwhelmingly clear, leaving every single one of us with one transformative choice. Are you going to keep chasing the 8-hour myth, constantly fighting against the chaos of social jet lag? Or will you anchor your biology, protect your brain, and unlock your true cognitive longevity through the profound, undeniable power of consistency? The choice is entirely yours.